stop. Are you 18 about to enroll in college? I am telling you to at least watch this video before you do that. College enrollments are coming around in August, and you're probably about to either go to your dream school or you're going to college just because you think it's the normal thing to do, etc. I'm asking you to watch this video. Instead of spending $60,000 or however much college is where you're going, okay, because it is $35,000 to $70,000 depending on the school, wherever you go, on a lot of these schools, especially in person, okay? It's going to take 4.5 years to graduate if you do 12 credits a semester, and you're going to be out of pocket close to $60,000. There is another method. You can have your bachelor's degree by the time before you turn 20. Okay, 19 and a half, you can have your bachelor's degree and get into the workforce and get a six-figure job, whether it's computer science, nursing, cybersecurity, or something else. As long as you pick a relevant major and you do this method, you can go out and get into the workforce much faster. Imagine being 20 years old, your friends still have 2 years to graduate, and you're already out making six figures. You can do that. And the main catch here is saving all the tuition money. So many 18-year-olds do not know that they're going to incur so much debt. I had no guidance at that age either. None. And this is not just for 18-year-olds either. For 25-year-olds thinking about going back to school, or anybody that's thinking about getting a college degree. You don't have to go $50,000 in debt. You can get a bachelor's degree for like $12,000 or less by using one of these schools and transferring in a bunch of ACE credit. So to the main point of this video, what is ACE credit and what are these schools I should attend? Okay. You basically would pick a partner school like Western Governors University or Thomas Edison State University. These schools, you can accelerate courses and you can go at your own pace. WGU, for example, you can complete a course in a few days if you already know the material. Or if you just study really hard, you can actually pass fast. So that is the great thing about these. WGU is a competency-based school. Thomas Edison is a little more traditional, but it still has shorter semesters, 3-month semesters. So you can complete courses fast at both schools. Also, they are two of the most friendly transfer schools in the nation. So what are ACE credits? ACE credits are the American Council of Education. They recommend credits for college recommended credits. So basically you would complete these on ACE credit platforms, and the main and largest one is study.com. And I'll take you through a screen recording of going through a spreadsheet of study.com courses, and I'll take you through their website as well. So you go to study.com and you would register for these courses. And then after you register, you can complete these courses in days. So imagine getting 90 college credits in 5 to 7 months. Yes, you can actually do that. You can actually get up to 90 credits that fast and transfer it in. Imagine accumulating 90 college credits in just 6 months, and then you transfer it in to one of these universities. You have like 30 to 45 credits left, and you get all that done in a year or less at that school like WGU. And then voila, you do have your bachelor's degree in a year. It could have been as quick as 8 to 9 months, and it could have been, maybe 18 months. But you got your bachelor's degree way faster than the 4.5 years. And you have a very legitimate, respected college degree. Both schools are nonprofit, and you can do this with other schools too, like Southern New Hampshire University and UMPI. It works with quite a few schools. But WGU and TESU, both nonprofit, both regionally accredited, which is the good kind of accreditation. And basically, they're super transfer friendly. Also, go to LinkedIn, type in WGU or TESU grads with the relevant degree, and you'll see a ton of grads working in these fields. So I'm going to dive into a screen recording, and I'm going to show you study.com. I'm going to show you my website, Major Mash, where you can download the spreadsheets. I'm going to walk you through the process. Do not enroll in college, at least until you watch this video. So here is an example of one of my spreadsheets. This is the cloud computing degree, and here's all the courses you need to do at study.com. And you can do all these courses probably in like 4 months, and then you transfer them in to Western Governors University. Here's some certifications you can do down here as well, like CompTIA A+. All those certifications do tend to take a little longer. Some people think it's worth it. Some people think it's not. But at least the ACE credits, like study.com, are highly worth it because you can do them fast and they're quite affordable compared to certifications. Certifications are quite expensive. And then you have the courses you would do here at WGU. And this is just a brief overview of one of my spreadsheets. I have tons of WGU degree videos you can go watch, and they will go through each spreadsheet very in depth. So this is just a brief overview. You could click this link up here, 10% off study.com. And I'm going to bring you to study.com's website right now. And here is study.com's website right here. So usually you have a little banner up here. When you click my link on my website, it'll do a little banner here and you'll click sign up. On this homepage here, you have the college credits, and basically it'll show you how it all works. Here's an overview. Basically, you take courses, transfer credit, earn degree, achieve breakthroughs. It's really that simple. Study.com is a huge cheat code that a lot of people do not know about. This should be very mainstream where everybody knows, and a lot of people do this for their college degree. Yes, you can transfer in up to 90 credits very quick instead of spending $50,000 to $60,000, guys. I know so many people who regret spending that much money on a college degree, and in their whole 20s after they graduate, they're just under so much financial stress because they got that $60,000 just dangling over their head. You don't want that. I am telling you, if you're young and you're brash and you're so dead set on a $60,000 degree, please think this through. Please, I didn't have guidance at 18, and I am trying my best to give you guidance. You don't have to follow it, okay? But at least hear me out. So this explains the whole process, and here are the partner schools, two of the schools I mentioned, WGU and Thomas Edison State University. So two schools that I mentioned. These are all transfer-friendly schools basically on this list. And then you could click all the partner schools and view them there. And here are some of the courses. So let's click a course and see what it looks like. So we will click, why not click psychology? Psychology is a fun degree. So you have a ton of practice questions, videos, and lessons. However, study.com, if you made an account late April or later, like a fresh brand new account, they have two sign-up methods. You could do the $95 plan or the $235 plan. So the $95 plan at study.com, I will show you how to sign up for that at the end of the video. That plan, you can do a lot of courses. I'll list the link of courses you can do in that plan. I'd recommend signing up for the $235 plan first so you can get some of those courses out of the way. And then you could transfer to the $95 plan once you're done with those courses. However, you can sign up for either plan and you could switch between plans as well. And here is what a study.com course looks like. I've always been a big fan of their user interface, so I switched browsers during this video, and I am on the same page, Psychology 105. And here's the syllabus. So 200 points for chapter tests and 100 points for the final exam, which is not proctored. They stopped proctoring their final exams a couple months back. I made a video on that. So anything you take will not be proctored, which is very similar to community colleges. So community colleges, every community college I've been to, some people have had different experiences, but no community college I've ever been to, and I've been to like 4 of them, have had proctored exams. Maybe that's just a California thing. I don't know. So here is all the lessons. There's like over 100 lessons, but they're optional. So there is chapter tests you need to do. I think there's like 8 maximum. Basically, you take like 8 chapter tests, and there's probably less than that, but you take 8 chapter tests that are like 20 questions each. You can take those open book, and then you could take the final exam open book as well. So this has no assignment. Most study.com courses have like one assignment that you have to do, like one writing assignment, along with the chapter tests and the final exam. And those courses will probably take like 4 to 6 days each. But this one that has no assignment, you could probably get this course done in 2 days. You can get it done in 2 days, like really fast, okay? Skip all the material if you want, or just like kind of hash through it. Take the chapter test open book. Take the final exam open book. I have said in my previous videos, I think memorizing things, and also somebody I've talked to recently, like a big figure at a big company, obviously I can't say names or anything, but a big figure at a big company, he agrees with me that the education model of memorizing things needs to die, okay? Memorizing things is not a great way of learning, and it doesn't really prove anything. Like it's not really relevant for your job. When you're working a job, everybody uses AI and Google and things like that. Memorization does not overlap with the workforce. So I've always been a advocate, and I have been trying my hardest to like exterminate that way of education where you rely on memorance. Like that should not be a thing. That is not proof that you can do a job well. That is not proof that you know the information well, in my honest opinion. Anybody can memorize something. It's a very old-fashioned model that needs to go away, in my honest opinion. Obviously, when you do things open book, you're actually learning. And I think that is a great way of learning. Like one of the ways I learn really well is like taking practice tests open book. It's one of the ways I learn extremely efficiently, and it's fun. It's really fun to do. So this is a course. You could do it in a couple days and you would get 3 college credits. This would transfer into a lot of different psychology degrees and a lot of degrees as also general credit as well. So you're done with your study.com credits. You're ready to apply to a university. I'd recommend doing your study.com credits first before applying to a school. The reason I say that is, I don't know if WGU wants people to know this, but if you complete like 15 ACE credits, it's actually about 100% acceptance rate. Like if you go complete like 15 ACE credits, even if you had like a 0.2 GPA, they will accept you into their university. Now, obviously, I can't sit here and guarantee that completely, right? I can never guarantee anything on this channel, okay? I can't guarantee anything. However, from my experience, I've never seen one single person denied entry as long as they just recently completed 15 ACE credits. So if you had a 0.3 GPA, if you had a 1.8 GPA, blah, 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 you can go get 15 credits and they'll accept you instantly. So don't worry about applying first. The thing is, if you apply to the university first before you get the ACE credits, the enrollment counselor, which most of them are great, not enrollment counselor, enrollment advisor, most of them are absolutely great, but they could be pushy, like, hey, start now, stop doing the ACE credits. There has been a couple of those that I have experienced. So, but overall, like 98% of the enrollment advisors are really good. Overall, we're going to go for the apply button here. And applying to WGU is like the easiest school to apply for, like by far. And then it's a very fast form. Like you'll end up applying within a very short time. It's like a 4-minute application. And we'll go over the degrees they have too. So I'm always biased towards technology degrees. So they have a computer science degree, cybersecurity, which is getting popular, data analytics, network engineering, IT management, which is much more of a business degree, software engineering, cloud computing, information technology. They have some accelerated degrees, and they have user experience, which is listed under business, but it's also listed under tech, and I actually do think this one is more of a tech degree. So, and then health information management as well, which is a terrific degree. You'll get a really good job with that degree as well. So overall, they have a lot of degrees. WGU designs their degrees to make you sure you get the skills to get employed. These courses are not easy. Like, I'm not trying to scare you guys away, but these courses are not easy. Just because people complete them in a week does not mean they are easy. I am doing a WGU master's degree in software engineering now. And yes, I did do one of the courses in like a week, but that was really hard. I was like pulling my hair out and things like that. If you're going to do a college course in 1 week, yeah, it's going to be hard, but you'll still get it done. And one of the great things about WGU is you can't really fail a writing assignment at WGU. So at most schools, when you like turn in an assignment, you'll get a grade on it, right? So if you got like an F, you can't really change that. That's your grade. WGU, if it wasn't good enough, they will actually send it back with some minor things to correct, and then you return it in, and you get like, you pass it. There's no grades at WGU. There's no A, B, C, D, whatever. It counts as a 3.0 GPA, and every course just says passed. So when you do that, they'll just send the paper back, and they're like, hey, correct this, correct that, and then you turn it back in, and it's passed. Amazing. Like, no stress, okay? Like, you don't worry you're going to get an F, all right? You can't fail a paper assignment class, okay? You might need some revisions, like, hey, clean this up, clean that up, and add this, blah, blah, blah. But you will pass as long as you do everything they say. So that's one of the things that's terrific about this school. Passing the test, there are also test classes, and those classes are hard to pass. But as long as you study and study well, you will pass those tests. But yes, they are hard tests. So this is how you get a college degree fast, guys, and you get in the workforce fast. You want to change your life? Are you working paycheck to paycheck like I did? I worked paycheck to paycheck over 10 years. If I missed one paycheck, I would have been out on the street. Okay, I lived by myself over 10 years, and I lived paycheck to paycheck 10 years. If I missed one paycheck, I would have been out on the street. Okay, I changed my life by going back to school and getting a degree. And if you're in a dead-end job right now, you can do the same. Look, going back to school changed my life. This all happened during the pandemic for me. I lost my job. I lost everything, a lot of things, personally and professionally. And I went back to school. I worked my butt off. I graduated after about a year. And, getting a college degree really changed my life. And it could change your life too. I know how it feels to be in a dead-end job, have a boss you don't like. Although I really did like my past couple bosses. But I have had toxic, bosses and, really, really bad where you just wanted to get out of there. And having those type of people control your livelihood is not something you want. So trust me, guys, I've been there. If that's what you're living right now, paycheck to paycheck, toxic boss, toxic everything, you can go out and change your life. Go get a college degree, build a portfolio up of some projects, which you'll do during school as well. Know your worth. One thing I've learned, especially over the past couple of years, especially, being an entrepreneur and also, still having a day job as well, is know your worth. Know your worth. If you don't know your worth, you won't succeed. If you don't know your worth, everyone will also take advantage of you. Know your worth, and your worth is a college degree. Your worth is going to find your dream job for 6 figures and not having financial stress. That is my opinion. Go get your dream job. Go get your dream salary. Go get a college degree. Not necessarily in that order. Take care, guys.